touch me much too deeply. They make my core tremble. Don't think you realize the effect you have on me. Please don't look at me like that. It just makes me wanna make you near me always. And please don't kiss me so sweet. It makes me crave 1,000 kisses follow. And please don't touch me like that. Makes every other embrace seem pain and shallow. And please don't come so close. It just makes me wanna make you near me always. Please don't bring me flowers. They only whisper the sweet things you say. Don't try to understand me. Your hands already know too much anyway. It makes me wanna make you near me always. And when you look in my eyes, please know my heart is in your hands. It's nothing that I understand. When in your arms you have complete power over me. So be gentle if you please, 'cause your hands are in my hair, but my heart is in your teeth. And it makes me want to make you near me always. Yeah, your hands are in my hair, but my heart is in your teeth. And it makes me want to make you near me always. Wanna be near you always. Wanna be near you always. Wanna be near you Thank you. Were any of you here when I played at the Say What Cafe? Were any of you there? Really? It was me and you, and that was it, huh? Where was that? What street is that on? Say what? Front Street. Yeah, I remember that vaguely. This is a friend I wrote with a friend of mine. This is a friend, this is a song. Songs are like friends. It's actually one of my best friends. I wrote it down in Mexico. It's not about anybody. Everybody always asks me, is you're meant for me about someone? No. I hear the clock, 6 a.m. I feel so far from where I've been. I got my eggs, I got my pancakes too. Got maple syrup, anything but you. I break the yolk, we make a smiley face. I kinda like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots off over here, don't leave the keys in the door. I never put wet towels on the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. I called my mom and she was out for a walk. Told her cup of coffee, but didn't want to talk, so I Picked up the paper, it was more bad news. My heart's been broken, people been used. Put on my coat in the pouring rain. I saw a movie, it just wasn't the same. 'Cause it was happening outside, and it made me miss you. Oh, so bad, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. I go about my business, doing fine. Besides, what would I say if I had you on the line? Same old story, not much to say. Hearts are broken every day. Oh. I brush my teeth, I put the cap back on, and I hate it. I leave the light on. I pick a book up and turn the shit down and take a deep breath and a good look around. Put on my PJs, hop into bed. I'm half alive, but I feel mostly dead. I try and tell myself it'll be alright. I shouldn't think anymore tonight, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon I know you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, you're meant for me, and I was meant for you.
Yes. Thanks, Jewel. Thank you. You sound great. Well, tonight is a very special night, and we like to call it an intimate and interactive. And as you just heard there, we are featuring the one and only Jewel. And the album, Pieces of You, has actually sold 6 million copies worldwide. And one of the reasons why, yes. And one of the reasons why I believe it has sold so much is the fact that I think Jewel writes and performs from the heart. And tonight, this is the intimate part, and the interactive part is where you guys across the nation get to hook up with us. You can fax us, email us, or give us a call. And here are the digits.
People living their lives with you on TV. They say
If you would like to get intimate and interactive with Jewel, for questions and comments, the toll-free number to call is 1-800-265-MUCH. That's 1-800-265-6824. By fax, the number is area code 416-591-MUCH. That's area code 416-591-6824. You can also communicate by email. The address is jewel@muchmusic.com.
who will save your soul.
Well, so that's how you can actually hook up with us via the phone, the fax, and the email. I just want to just step on. Can I step on the velvet? Welcome. Hey, no problem. All right, I guess I get the first question. And one of the things is, what I was reading about you is that you recognize your songwriting as therapy. And one of the things that you actually said was you described writing as the beauty of writing is the fact that it makes it intimate with yourself. So I was just going to try to find out is, how much of yourself do you think you know through writing?
I think the beauty about writing is it's a process of discovery. I think I learn more about myself and people around me through writing.
Now, and the other thing, too, is I also think there's a real, I think, just gathering from your audience and your fans, I also believe there's an actual spirituality, not necessarily religion, but a spirituality for yourself. When did you kind of tap into that kind of, whether you want to call it a spiritual energy, when did that kind of happen for you?
I think because I was raised in Alaska, on a beautiful piece of land, I was raised with this sort of innate spirituality. I think when you're surrounded by so much beauty, you can't help but feel like you're part of something beautiful, and that you have your place in that, and there must be a God. But again, it was never really religious. I've just always had a real feeling for myself. I've always known I had a spirit as well as a body.
Was that difficult for you? Like, did people kind of understand that, or did you always kind of look at yourself as being kind of a different person because of that kind of spiritual base?
I don't think it makes me any different. Everybody's that way. It's just a fact. I've never felt much comfort in extremes, however. I've never felt much comfort in having to join a strict religion or having to be a hippie or a new age person or a punk or, you know, any of those things. I think I'm all of those things.
All right, cool. Well, one of the great things is the fact that we're here because you guys at home will get to interact with Jewel, and she'll also be performing. So make sure you come on back for the Intimate and Interactive with Jewel. Welcome back to the Trump City building. We are definitely here because we are featuring Jewel in our Intimate and Interactive. Well, before I get there, one of the ways you can actually interact is, if you're lucky enough, is to come in and get into the Much Music environment and like all these people here. Yes? Are you lucky enough, are you? Yes. Very fortunate. The other way is you can actually like you can be in your house and you can be watching the show and you can chill out and you can fax us or email us. Or you can come down to the street, baby. Let's open it up. Yes, sirree. You can come right down to the street. And you can be a part of it. Some of these people here have actually been here for like 10 hours. You know, so we definitely want to thank them for that. All right. So we have a street question. All right. Okay. Okay, you got to work with me. Okay, just keep it down so we get the question across, all right? You guys look great. Just relax. 1 second. What's your name?
Sonia.
Sonia? Okay, Sonia, what's your question for Jewel?
Oh, hi, Joel. My question is, coming from such a small place, how do you deal with suddenly being thrown into the public eye, and how do you deal with all the popularity all of a sudden?
Boy. Yeah, I wished I was popular in high school. I might have had practice at it. It's a strange thing. I think idolatry in America is in a bad situation. I've noticed it a little less here in Canada. It's sad to see so many people give their own self-worth to somebody else and not give it to themselves. My only hope would be, you know, to constantly keep encouraging kids and fans to be inspired instead of idolized, because it's a much more useful thing to do. Other than that, I just have great people around me. I have my mom around me, and I travel. My life hasn't changed too much. I'm just in a bus still. I tour around. So it's really been a dream come true.
All right, there you go. Okay. It's about that time for another live performance. We are featuring tonight in an Intimate and Interactive, Jewel. One more time.
Just to disprove all the things that you say. It doesn't take a talent to be mean. Your words can crush things that are unseen. So
so funny to walk in here today and see cuts of the Post Save Your Soul video, like 12. It's hilarious.
People living their lives for you. On TV they say they're better than you, and you agree. She says, hold my calls from behind those cold brick walls. Says, come here, boy. There's nothing to say. Another burger, another hot dogs and fries. Wishing the well of your health don't go to hell. Well, another doctor's bill, a lawyer's bill, another cute, cheap thrill. You know you love him. You put him in your will, but who will save your souls when it comes to the flower? You will save your souls. Those lies that you told, boy. And who will save your souls if you won't save your own? We try to hustle them, try to bustle them, try to cuss them. The calm swamps when a bust down all is avenue. Another day, another dollar, another war. A tower went up where the homeless had their homes. So we pray to as many different gods as there are flowers, but we call religion our friend. We're so worried about saving our souls, afraid that God will take his toll, that we forget to begin. But who will save your souls when it comes to the flower? You will save your souls. Those lies that you told, boy. And who will save your souls if you won't save your own? Some are walking, some are talking, some are stalking the kill. Got social security, but that don't pay a bill. There's addictions to feed and there are mouths to pay. So you're bargaining with the devil, but you don't care for today. Say that you love and take the money and run. It's been 12 sweetheart, but it was one of those things, those things you've gotta cut. So get out on the street, girls, and bust your butts. Who will save your soul when it comes to baby? Will save your soul. Those lies that you told, boy. And who will save your soul and you won't save your own?
Thanks, Jewel. Thank you. All right. I'm just kind of chilling out with some fans. How you doing tonight?
Good.
Feeling all right?
Yeah.
Got a big smile.
Thanks.
All right, on my left-hand side, introduce yourself.
Megan?
All right, Megan, you have a question?
Oh, yeah. I was wondering, why do you feel that women musicians are more recognized now than they have ever been before?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird to be called a gang suddenly. You know, everybody's like, now women are a fad. I don't think women are a fad. I guess that the business finally caught up that you can make money on women. But yeah, it's silly. I think that if a person dies, say, you go through a process of shock, denial, grief, anger, hopelessness, then you say, what am I going to do about it? And I think that as a society, music reflects that kind of a process. So you have kids feeling really overwhelmed and really upset, not knowing how to handle the world or the state things are in, and being told constantly by the media how poorly things are going. And it's easy to feel very overwhelmed by it. And I think that's when grunge was really strong, is feeling like, okay, I think things are really screwed up right now, and I don't know what to do about it. I feel too small to handle it. And then I think the next step is, okay, what do I do about it? Where is change possible? Where is hope possible? And I think women have been allowed to be emotional more than men. I think men have always been told to be tough and quiet and brave, and women have been allowed to kind of be emotional. So it makes sense that in a time when people are having to be more introspective and say, where is change possible, that women would kind of lead that movement.
All right. Did I answer it right?
Thank you.
You got great hair, by the way.
Okay.
All right. One of the things that Much Music has is we are tapped to the nation. And we're tapped to the nation because we have Speakers Corner in Toronto, and we have speakers on the road. And we are going to bounce to Montreal because Speakers on the Road, they have a question for Jewel.
Now, let's listen.
Hi, Jewel. My name is Caroline. I'm from Shawinigan, Quebec. Is it true that you were discovered in a coffee shop in San Diego, and who discovered you?
Yes, it is true. I was discovered in a coffee shop when I was living in my car. I didn't think I'd ever get a record deal. Much to my surprise, a record label drove down, I think Virgin Records drove down, and I didn't know about expense accounts yet, or they could buy you free food, so I bought them a burrito, and they said they could make a record with me, and I was really blown away. I didn't think it was possible.
All right. Now, before that, is it true that you were involved in a hip-hop group called The Creme?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was.
So, like, okay, like, did you have, like, your pants to your waist and stuff? You just throwing down. What was the whole vibe with that?
No, I just had hair to about up to here,
Yeah.
and a lot of makeup, and
Were you actually rapping?
I was J.C. Penney's cool, is what I was. Was actually rapping. Yeah, I did a little rapping. We did sampling.
Yeah?
We mixed yodeling into things, actually, too. Maybe. I love rap. I love
Yeah?
hip-hop. I always
All right.
have. I always thought I'd go into kind of soul music.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd do in folk, but...
Okay, I'm sorry I brought that up.
okay.
All right, so we have a phone call, and comes from Joanne, and Joanne's from Halifax. How you doing tonight?
Great, thanks.
All right, then your question?
Hi, Joel.
Hi.
I'm just sort of wondering, at such a young age, if the love songs that are on the album are written about specific people and situations, or if they're more, say, of a general observance on the human condition.
I think I'm just very dramatic. I wrote Don't at age 16, and I didn't even have a boyfriend yet.
Okay.
It's probably why I couldn't get a boyfriend, is because I was too dramatic. I don't know. A song like Foolish Games was actually a poem I wrote about a boyfriend at the time.
That's the one I was
Talk
wondering
about sweet
yeah.
revenge, boy oh boy. It's all over the world.
So true.
But Morning Song was not really about anybody in particular, but
No.
about everybody. You know, I think we all feel that way.
Yeah. Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, enjoy the night. Okay, we have an email, and let's check that out.
Okay. This is cool.
You liking this?
Yeah.
It's a nice vibe, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's cool.
It's intimate, and it's interactive. There you go. Okay, so first off to Jewel, I'm a huge fan living in the Bay Area, San Jose, where she has many fans. All right. Just wondering if there is a certain time of the day or special place that helps you write your beautiful music. I am just starting in songwriting and would love to hear some tips or suggestions.
Anytime, anywhere, I think, for songwriting or just writing in general. I'm probably more loyal to my poetry writing, but I write all the time. I don't think I exist without it. I just see the life better, my life better in ink. So I think the best thing with writing is just never judge it. I never thought my songs were good songs, but luckily I didn't judge them. I just kept writing. That's the way to go about it, I think.
Do you have like a different headspace when you're writing poetry and when you're writing lyrics for songs?
I don't know why they're different, but for some reason my poems don't turn into songs very often. They just are very separate. I don't know why.
You ready to perform?
Yeah.
All right. Here's Jewel once again.
Like a phone ring. Let's go back to sleep. Let the world spin outside. I know you're the only one that I wanna see. Tell your boss you're sick, babe. Get back in bed, I'm getting cold. Get over drink your coffee with sugar and cream. I'll drink my decaf herbal tea. Pretend we're perfect strangers and that we never met. Now you remind me of a man I used to sleep with. That's a face I'd never forget. And you can meet Henry Miller and I'll be Anais Nin. This time it'll be even better. We'll stay together in the end. Come on, darling, let's go back to bed. Put the phone machine on hold. Leave the dishes in the sink. Do not answer the door. Be a poor man's wife. I'm gonna give you some more. Let the phone ring. Let's go back to sleep.
Thanks, Jewel. Thank you. All right, well, the place to be is Much Music, because when we come back, we've got lots more performance from Jewel. Plus, we get to interact with you, your phone calls, your email questions, and your faxes, right here for the Intimate and Interactive with Jewel. Welcome back to the Intimate and Interactive, and it's a very special night. We have a lot of... Can you hear the fans outside? Fans outside, how you feeling? A little bit delayed. It's like 30-second reaction delay there. A little bit of time. Well, it's that time again for another performance courtesy of...
Jewel.
Nice work. Here she is.
I wrote the song for a girl that hated me. She's an ugly girl. Make you wanna hurt her. She's an ugly girl they want to kiss. She's an ugly girl. She doesn't pose a threat. She's an ugly girl, does that make you feel safe? Ugly girl, ugly girl. Do you hate her? 'Cause she's pieces of you. She's a pretty girl, does she make you think nasty thoughts? She's a pretty girl, do you wanna tie you down? She's a pretty girl, yeah, call her a bitch. She's a pretty girl, did she sleep with your whole town? Pretty girl, pretty girl, do you hate her? 'Cause she's pieces of you. You say he's a faggot, does it make you want to hurt him? I once sang this at a model convention, and there were a lot of designers there, and nobody was really listening to me. They were all eating, or not eating, picking at their dinners. I ate my dinner. And so I was singing the song, and I got to the word faggot, and you heard forks drop. You heard guys going, did you hear what she just called you?
I finally got their attention, but not in the right way, I don't think. I don't think they got it. And then I got to, Jewish, and that was it. Everybody in the room was insulted. And it was kind of funny, though, when I said, ugly girl, they're like, who's she talking about? I was put in the New York Times as being homophobic. That's the press, gosh darn it. Okay.
You say he's a faggot, doesn't make you want to hurt him. You say he's a faggot, do you want to bash in his brains? You say he's a faggot, does it make you sick to your stomach? You say he's a faggot, are you afraid you're just the same faggot? Faggot. Do you hate him 'cause he's pieces of you? You say he's a Jew, does it mean that he's tight? You say he's a Jew, do you want to hurt his kids tonight? You say he's a Jew, well he'll never wear that funny hat again. You say he's a Jew as though being born were a sin. Oh, Jew, Jew, do you hate him 'cause he's pieces of you? Yeah, do you hate me 'cause I'm pieces of you?
Thanks, Jewel. Thank you. I mean, that's definitely a song that speaks for itself. I mean, I don't know why they didn't get it. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to actually open up the phone lines, and we have a caller, Kurt from Brandon. How you doing, Kurt?
Good.
You enjoying the night?
Oh, yeah, great.
All right, man. What's your question?
Jewel, if ever in your life, if you've ever thought that your music wasn't any good anymore and you lost hope, and if you thought, if you thought that you'd never make to what your future is now.
Did I ever think that?
Yeah.
I actually never thought I'd get this far anyway. My goal was really just to make a living doing what I loved, to eat every day doing what I loved. I never thought I was talented enough to be a real singer. So my goal was really just to sing in that coffee shop. And it came to the point for me where I was either going to be consumed by my hopelessness and be consumed by what I was afraid I wouldn't accomplish, or start being mercilessly focused on what I wanted to accomplish. And it's much purer than wanting to be famous or wanting to be rich or wanting to be successful. It was really just believing I had a right to live my passion the way everybody has a right to live their passion, and to not waste ourselves on survival. And I think that on that level, it's always achievable. And I think this is kind of a side effect of that decision.
All right, Kurt. Have a good evening.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, so we have a question from the audience. All right, what's your name?
Neelan.
All right, Neelan, what's your question?
Hi, Jewel. I brought these flowers for you. I'd like to give them to you. May I?
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Any question?
Yes, my question was, with all the optimism in your music, do you find that attributes to your rise in popularity, with a lot of music being really dark and angsty right now?
I'm not sure. I just know that when I wrote the songs when I was 18, I was going through the process of being really depressed and going, it's just that you can't fight the enemy with despair. And I really realized that, and I became really in love, unenchanted with despair. I think I've had the hardest time in press about it. People think that if you're optimistic, you're somehow overly naive. But I think it's an intelligent decision. There's so many realities that exist simultaneously. It's a matter of which one you're going to participate in. I mean, a glass can be half full and half empty at the same time. I think cynicism is just safer. It's not smarter. And I think a lot of the world is starting to feel that way, too. I mean, you have to. If you're going to keep living, you have to have hope in something. You can't. I don't think there's any true cynic alive.
You answer your question?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, also, there's a young lady who's at Hospital for Sick Kids in Toronto, and she's 13 years old, and her name is Krista Reeser, and she's also a songwriter, and you've also inspired her. So we just want you to just blow her a kiss, wave to her, and just say hi to her for us.
Okay. Hi, Krista Wieser.
Yep, that's it.
My prayers are with you.
All right, cool. Thank you. Thanks for doing that. All right, we have an email, and here it is. Dear Jewel, yes, hello there. I was wondering if you had any specific poets who played a large role in your life when growing up. If so, which one of the poems have left an impact on yourself?
Let's see. Pablo Neruda was probably my biggest love. He's a very passionate South American writer. Oh, boys, if you want to score points, copy Pablo Neruda poems and give them to your girlfriends. Definitely him.
What was the name again? I just want to write that down.
Pablo Neruda.
All right, because there's a lot of talk about your poetry, and there's a lot of talk about you possibly putting out a book of poetry. Is that going to happen soon?
It's been hard because I haven't. Do you like that?
Yeah, that was good.
It's attractive. I haven't been home for a good, 4 years or something, so it's been hard for me to compile it. But I do plan and hope to do it in the next year.
All right, cool. Well, one of the things that you do, and you're doing, and you're traveling all over the place, doing it for the last 4 years, is performing. And it's about that time for another song. The Intimate and Interactive, we are featuring Jewel. Come on, Jewel.
When you find yourself falling down, your hopes in the sky, but your heart like grape gum on the ground, and you try to scrape yourself up, but you keep seeping out like cheap gin through a broken cup, and you try to find yourself and the abstractions of religion and the cruelty of everyone else. And when you're standing in deep water and you're bailing yourself out with a straw, and when you're drowning in deep water and you wake up making love to a wall, well, it's these little times that help to remind it's nothing without love, love, love. It's nothing without love, no love, love, love. It's nothing without love. And when you realize your only friend has never been yourself or anyone who cared in the end, and you wake up to see all your dreams have been compromised, our standard of living somehow got stuck on survive. That's when suddenly everything fades or falls away. So the chains which once held us are only the chains which we made. Compromised our pride, we sacrificed our health. We must demand more, not of each other, but more from myself. 'Cause when you're standing in deep water and you're bailing yourself out with a straw, and when you're drowning in deep water and you wake up making love to a wall, it's these little times that help to remind it's nothing without love, love, love. It's nothing without love. It's nothing without love.
Those guys out there are kind of scaring me. I wrote this as a sort of lullaby to myself. Listening to lullaby. When I was living in my car, I get afraid a lot. Like, dedicate this to the girl in the children's hospital.
you worry. I'm your angel standing by.
See, you know what?
What?
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
we were debating. I'm sitting here going, is she going to do another song? Do you want to do another song?
Sure. Huh?
Yeah, let's do another song.
Yeah.
Tell us about the next song you're going to do.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm right behind you. See, I am everywhere, right over here. I'm right over here. Not you guys, me. So, yeah, do you think you can tell us about the song you're going to do?
I can.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to be the Vanna White of describing my song.
Please do.
Here we have a vowel. This is called Satellite. I wrote it about the first time I went to Hollywood. I'm being a little disappointed, I guess. I'm not allowed to sing it in Hollywood anymore. That's okay, I'll sing it in Toronto.
Babe is on beach blankets headed for Mars. Cute guys with crew cuts and the day glow surfboard. There's a pretty lady in a bikini. Her eyes are clear, but her teeth look like smashed out window panes. She's trying to mend her dreams with sushi and seaweed and carrot juice. There's a white wall that we can't
Thanks, Jewel. Well, when we come back, we'll have speakers on the road, plus lots more questions and more performances from Jewel, because this is an intimate and interactive at the Nation Music Station. Much music, baby.
Please don't say
Well, we are back here for the Intimate and Interactive featuring the one and only Jewel, and there's a lot of fellas who just wish they were a VJ tonight. And I'm just, yeah, you're right. So, you know what? I'm just going to lap it up. How are you? All right? Everything going good? You enjoying yourself? You having a good time? Yeah, it is. It's very nice. All right, so you know what? We're going to take you to those crazy buns down there.
Okay.
Okay, come on. Now, take it easy. Okay. They love you. Okay. All right, so... Okay, now, I'll stand here. Okay, now, okay, you stand right here. Okay, now, easy. Okay, now, guys, on the 3 count, 1, 2, 3. All right, down, keep it down, babe, because Jewel has to hear the question. All right, now, where's the question, right here? Okay, what's your name?
Micah?
All right, Micah, what's your question?
I was wondering how your experience in yodeling helped lead you to your present music style, and if you could yodel for us a bit.
I'm not sure if yodeling really helped. It's more of a phenomenon. Hey, guys, be quiet. I can't even hear y'all.
Yeah.
And you're squishing a girl with a crutch here. Come on. Gentlemen. Yodeling's just more of a freak sideshow thing, I think. And I'll yodel for you really quick. It's like...
Cool. All right. Okay, you got everything. Question, yodeling? All right. Okay, so you know what? We have a live Speaker's Corner question for Jewel, so we're going to check that out right now. Okay, let's head back. Thanks, guys.
Hi, I'm Indiana.
And I'm Javiera.
And we're both huge fans of Jewel. We went to Lilith Fair on Saturday. You're wonderful, by the way, Jewel. And we heard that you like Canadians because they actually listen to your lyrics. I was wondering, well, we were both wondering, if you got a better sense of fulfillment from Canadian performances as opposed to Americans because they understand you more. And by the way, we brought a moose for you.
It's one of our favorite animals in Canada.
Thanks.
Am I more fulfilled here? You're going to get me in trouble in America. It's just something that I think a lot of artists have noticed, that when you come to Canada, they listen to lyrics more. I don't think I feel more fulfilled here as a personal being, particularly, but it's okay.
Cool. All right, now, fortunate enough, we're going to have another track courtesy of Jewel. Anything you want to tell us about this one? Because that's the thing about your songs. You always got a little something to tell, something to say about your tracks.
This is a new song.
Is it a new song?
Oh,
speaking of new songs, when's the new album coming out? I know Pieces of You just got to get up to that 20 million mark, because it's going to hit there. I know it is. But are you currently kind of like thinking about a possible date of a new record? Or?
I actually recorded a whole new record a year ago. Over a year ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, 25 tracks or something. Satellite was on it. Flea played on Satellite, that's right. And then it just sort of, You're Meant For Me started taking off. And it kind of got canned, and I don't think I'll be able to get into the studio for a long time. So not till July '98.
All right, cool. July. Oh, just enjoy this one. All right, here you go. Another performance.
This is a new one called Last Dance Rodeo. I remember the words. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Your lungs fill up with concrete. Her voice is all you can hear.
Red lips and a screwdriver wrapped around some ink-clad smear.
And you know that she's a diamond
in this damn jukebox hell. 'Cause fool's gold only fools in two-bit hotels. But she's cooler than all that. She's a real high-class cat. She's queen of the last dance rodeo. But under the gas lamp, the air is thick and velveteen. Your bones fill with hunger, your heart fills with longing. You're no longer human, you're an insatiable hope.
chandeliers. Objects are only objects. They can't feel when you're near. And tangerine lips and lily white breasts, these things are eternal. Inside them humanity rests. The skin is like a seashell. You listen to a soul like an old-time radio show. But under the gas lamp, the air is thick and velveteen. Your bones fill with hunger, your heart fills with longing. You're no longer human, you're an insatiable hole. You wanna bury your face forever in the navel of her soul, 'cause you know you need is a heart to call home. That's all. But don't wander too far, not one constant star. Darkness exists except where you are. My feet are filled with wandering, they follow your own, 'cause everywhere you are feels like home. So search all you miners, you hunters of dreams. Look in the alleyways for what you know is not what it seems. And fame, all you maidens, but don't resist too long. Please you look behind you and see your own shadow is gone. Don't you know it's the last rodeo? You gotta find yourself a cowboy or someone to keep you warm when it snows. 'Cause under the gas lamp, the air's thick and velveteen. Your bones fill with hunger, your heart fills with longing. You're no longer human, you're an insatiable hole. You wanna bury your face forever in the navel of her soul, 'cause you know all you need is a heart to call home. All you need is a heart. All you need is a heart to call home. That's all. Okay, this is dope. Singing depressing songs tonight. Don't walk too close. Don't breathe so soft. Don't let me fall. Don't let me fall in love with you again.
Thanks, Jewel. Thank you. All right. We have Naomi?
Yeah.
All the way from Winnipeg.
Yeah.
How'd you get here?
I drove. Well, my mom drove.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
My question is, okay, I'm a singer, and my biggest dream is to become as famous as you one day. And I know you've had like a lot of questions like this tonight, but do you have any advice on how to get a record deal?
I think, first of all, I just always encourage kids not to go for fame. It's a rotten prize, and it's full of a lot of BS. But I think if you live your, if you have a passion, then you can kind of handle it all. So I think just do what you love and be really good at what you are, and do that wherever you're at, and people take notice. Otherwise, I think sending in tapes and things like that is just kind of a mess, and it makes A&R people get a big head and all that. I think just be good at what you are, and people will come to you,
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
All right. Well, you know what? This is an intimate and interactive, and it's time to get intimate with the live vocals from Jewel. That was an introduction.
Oh, for me?
Oh, for you. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You know what? And I felt so good about it, and it was just dead. So let's try that again. Here we have, performing live, baby. Here is Jewel. Come on.
But night lays you down. Hear a flame, what look in your eyes, naked belly to the ground. A forest fire nibbles at your vein. It crawls up your arm, runs away with your mind, and burns dry thoughts like leaves. But something in the way. In the Bible, only angels have wings, and the rest must wait to be saved. A dry sun screams at the sky, but the wind just breathes within as a strange bird tries to fly. Pieces of us die every day, as though our flesh were hell. and justice. As children we are told that from God we fell. Where are my angels? Where's my golden one? Where is my hope now that my heroes have gone? Some are being beaten, and some are being born, and some can't tell the difference anymore.
Thanks again, Jewel. When we come back, we will be treated to a live performance from Jewel. The song is Foolish Games on the Intimate and Interactive. Welcome back, everybody, to the Intimate and Interactive featuring Jewel, and we are having a good time tonight. Are we not? Yes. We certainly are. What we're going to do, as you know, Much Music, I've told you before, is connected right across the nation through Speakers Corner on the road, and actually Speakers on the road. And what we're going to do now, we're going to jet off to Halifax, and we got a question for Jewel.
Hey, I'm Sean, and I'm from Cape Breton.
I'm Sue, I'm from Toronto.
And Jewel, we just wanted to ask you a few questions. Do you still go back to Alaska much?
And now that you're famous, people treat you differently than they did before you left.
Yeah, I do go back to Alaska as much as I can, but it's only once a year, every 2 years right now. And do people treat me differently? Only the ones that don't know me well. My real friends don't at all.
Do you get to ride your horse?
I do get to ride my horse. I actually just bought a horse in
Oh,
San
no?
Diego, so
Oh, yeah?
I'm very excited.
All right, cool. Now, one thing that's, whether it's true or not, the one thing I was reading that you had this big meeting with Steven Spielberg and Woody Allen about your acting. And they said, yes, she just had a meeting with them.
How'd you find that out?
It was research.
Ear to the grapevine.
But I know whether that's true or not. I know you want to kind of get into acting. So what are the plans for that?
I just get bored with singing and writing. I have a voracious creative appetite.
Right.
So, yeah, I met with Spielberg. He was very nice. Wants me to do a movie for him. And I met with Woody Allen for like a 2-minute meeting. He's hilarious. And I'm actually right now working on a screen test and a contract with Ang Lee. He did Sense and Sensibility. And he's like a very artistic director. So I think I'll be doing that with Leonardo DiCaprio maybe.
Cool. Now, do you see yourself as like a Meryl Streep or a Demi Moore?
Meryl Streep. Actually, Julia Roberts. No.
All right, you know, one thing that is definitely evident is the fact that you have a very strong, loyal, and dedicated fan base. I mean, judging from tonight, but also the fact that on the net, on the internet, you have fans that like 450 people worldwide will be on the net, like, you know, talking about you and talking about your songs, about your lyrics. I mean, I don't know, what does that do to your kind of, your headset? I mean, your headset, your mindset.
My stereo's fine. I think it's great because the record label gets such a big head, and so do radio stations. They think that the world revolves around them, the musical world. And it's really about me and the fans, so I love anything that takes out all the middlemen and lets me talk to them directly and Plus, I mean, I'd hate to be just a one-hit wonder, and real fans keep you from that happening.
Now, speaking of fans, radio. The fact that when you first came out, radio didn't want to play your music because they thought it was too slow. So what do you want to say to all those radio programmers?
Oh, I'm sure they're already out trying to find other people like me. They're weak. No, it helps. I'm glad. I'm thankful the radio stations play me now. I never thought they'd play me at all, so it's cool.
All right, cool. You know what? We have a fax here. And it says, I was wondering how you feel about your newfound success. I mean, you put out Pieces of You in 1994, but it went unnoticed until 2 years later. Blah, blah, blah. And he said, also, how has touring changed your views, which I totally agree with, on things you see now that you've had the chance to see more of the world?
What was the first part?
First part was newfound success.
Oh, right. I think fame is a very relative thing. I don't take it when people hate me too much more seriously as when people like me all of a sudden. Otherwise, you become relative to the last compliment or criticism, and you lose yourself. So it's amazing that it sold this many albums, and I'm really thankful. I think it's a really blessed position, but I'm pretty prepared for my album not to do well next year. Who knows?
Right. Like, I know you haven't had the opportunity in 4 years, but what does Jewel do or like to do when you just have some chill time?
What do I like doing? I like doing all sorts of things. I love reading. I like surfing. I like horse riding. I love movies.
You're a good surfer?
I love surfing, yeah.
Yeah? You're good?
Mm-hmm. Well,
I tried it
do
once.
brag about myself?
No, sure. Because I tried it once, and you know what? The thing just kept hitting me in the head. But you can get up and everything?
Oh, yeah, I can get up and all that. It's a great sport. I love it a lot. I miss doing it.
All right, cool. Now, you know what? It's about that time, because it's the very last performance. This is from the Pieces of You album. It's been a wonderful experience.
Thank you.
And right now we're going to check out Foolish Games. Thank you all for coming out. Take us home.
You're always crazy like that. I watched from my window. It felt I was outside looking in on you. You're always a mysterious one with dark eyes and careless hair. Fashionably sensitive, but too cool to care. You stood in my doorway with nothing to say besides some comments on the weather. Well, in case you fail to notice, in case you fail to see, this is my heart bleeding more for you. This is me then on my knees. And these foolish games are tearing me apart. You thoughtless heads are breaking my heart, breaking my heart. You're always brilliant in the morning, smoking your cigarettes and talking over coffee. Your philosophies on hard baroque move you. You love Mozart, and you speak of your loved ones as I close and I strum my guitar. Well, excuse me, guess I'm mistaken you for somebody else. Oh, John Ginsky on piano.
Thank you. Definitely want to thank you for making this wonderful, intimate, and interactive. I hope you had a good time.
I did, thank you.
You had a great time?
Oh, everybody was great. Thanks
Yeah.
for being here.
All right, so keep the noise pumping. Now, you know what? Let's just kind of bounce around the room and just kind of meet some of your fans. I'll go with you. Okay, let's go over here. Let's start over here. Say hi. All right, that's enough on this side. We're going to go on the other side. Sorry, guys. Let's go over here. Let's bounce over here. Quickly down here. All right, we're going to go to the left side. All right, on the left side. I'm working you. Okay. Right over here, right over here. All right, let's try to do some over here now. Okay, let's try to go over here. Oh.